Do a little reschedule yesterday because we had two panelists that were going to discuss a particular topic, and one of those individuals wasn't able to make it because of weather and travel related issues. So the good news is you've got a rock star here today. Woo! Brian Burke, who I've known for a number of years, has done an absolutely amazing job. We were just having some conversation in the back because I'm big on LinkedIn myself. I use it in a very specific fashion for building my own personal brand as a speaker and as a consultant. Brian's using it to build an audience, and he's done an amazing job, but he understands the whole gamut of this. So whether you're somebody like me who's trying to build your own individual brand or looking for that larger audience and influence, this guy's the expert. He's going to be able to help you do amazing things with this tool and turn it into a resource. So with that said, it's my pleasure to formally introduce Brian Burke.
Thank you, Bob. Thank you, everyone, for coming to this LinkedIn talk. 49 million. 49 million. I've bought $49 million of Apple products in my life. Can I buy your used devices? Now that is my LinkedIn headline, and it is impactful, memorable, and unique. And I'm going to teach you all how to make your LinkedIn headline and your profile unique and impactful so you can drive results. $165,000. That is how many followers I have currently, and it's growing every day. There's a lot of advantages to having a big audience, and there's also advantages to having a niche like Bob has too. Everyone can get here. It takes a lot of effort and a lot of time, but everyone here has the potential if you're consistent and you work at creating results. So I want to go around the room and get a little audience participation, figure out what your goals are on LinkedIn. Who here wants to start? What's your goal on LinkedIn?
So mine is to get our company on there. We haven't even put anything on there. We just got some basic info and really looking to blow it up. We just hired a marketing guy, build my website out, just getting started. So.
Nice. Well, get started. Start posting at least once a week.
Yep.
Kurt, what's your goal on LinkedIn?
Find new people in the industry. Get our names out there as well.
Well, you got to start posting. Let's do it. Sir, what's your goal on LinkedIn? Awesome. This is a place to do it. What's your goal on LinkedIn?
My number one goal is reaching people outside, like internationally, not domestically.
I'm going to touch on that. That's really good to hear. So a lot of different goals. What's your goal on LinkedIn?
I just want to know if we're posting the right things, right?
You can post anything you want if you want to get engagement. All the people that say, you know, that's not the right thing for LinkedIn, that's not true. There's so much content out there that people love, you know, kindness, inspirational posts that get tons of traction on LinkedIn that people are now saying, oh, that should be on Facebook. So you guys have a lot of different LinkedIn goals out there, and we're going to talk about optimizing your profile for engagement. And we're also going to talk about creating the right message and actions to drive opportunities. And then we're going to dive into some social selling tips. So why LinkedIn and not another platform? Well, all these other platforms, people are posting every day. But you all know, not a lot of people are posting on LinkedIn. So that's the opportunity. Less than 1% of people post daily on LinkedIn. So if you take the opportunity to post daily, you can also crush it. Just quick high-level stats on LinkedIn. It's been around for 18 years now. It's the most trusted social network. No surprise there. And there's over 820 million members. It's grown a lot since the pandemic, so a lot more potential to reach your audience on there, and people are spending a lot more time on LinkedIn now. Talking about outside the US, 70% of users are outside the US, and I really want to bring that up so you keep an open mind to connect and interact with people that are not necessarily in your country. And these people have connections and opportunities they can bring you from their audience that might be in the United States, for example. So keep an open mind and make sure to connect with those people. This is a quick chart to show you how fast you can grow on LinkedIn. So just in the last year, I've gone from 30,000 to 165,000. It takes a lot of effort to get it started, but once you get the momentum going, it can grow fast. In the last year, I've had 142 million impressions with my content. A lot of those are videos. Videos get way more engagement and views. I've had almost 2.2 million engagements. Those are likes and shares. And you really need to get your audience engaged with your content in order to drive that. My #1 post had 95,000 likes and almost 7 million views. This is a video of a kid swiping on this interactive board to make a donation. People love seeing kindness in videos like that. So why does all that views and stuff matter? When you're driving people to your content, they're gonna see your headline if it's unique, and they're gonna wanna learn more about you, and they're gonna click on it and go to your profile. And once they're on your profile, you can sell them. You make your profile for people to see, and then they know what action they should take by looking at your headline and your photos. So I know you're all excited to create your own results, but before you make a post, we have a little work to do. The #1 thing people see is your headline. They see it when you're commenting, when you're making a post, and when they're on top of your profile. So you have to have a very engaging headline. Here's what not to do. Do not have your work title. Frankly, no one cares if you're a sales manager, a VP, a CFO, a CEO, a chairman, or any of the above. Take those out. Those live in your experience section below. People will still see them there. You're not removing the fact that you're a high-level job at your company. That's awesome, but LinkedIn people don't care. So make it engaging and find a reason that people are going to click on it to learn more about you. You only have about 5 or 6 words before it gets cut off when someone's reading your headline in the comment. So those 5, 6 words are crucial. And you have a total of 220 characters. Some ideas you can think of are what you're an expert at. Define your value. You also can change your headline frequently. If you're hiring, put it right in there. Hiring now. Talk about that. If you're looking to start a new business, put that information in there. Just put your goal and then finish with a call to action. So here's an example. If you want to pull your phones out and start editing on LinkedIn, feel free. I've bought $49 million of Apple products in my life. Can I buy your used Apple devices? So you have the keyword in there like Apple, so people are searching, they'll find it there. And also when I'm commenting, it gets cut off right after the word Apple. So those are the first things I really want people to learn about me. And then now they have a new call to action section that you can have a custom link. So definitely take advantage of that if you haven't done it already. All right, so after they've seen your headline and they've clicked on it, the next most important thing is your about section. This is where you really want to tell people about who you are, and you also need to do it in the first person. The biggest mistake I see is people writing about themselves from the third person. Talk like you're just talking to someone else. So you only have about 25 to 40 words that people are going to see on mobile or desktop, depending where they're looking, and after that they're going to have to click to see more. So make sure those first couple lines are very impactful. I recommend creating a story. Start off with something unique, tell a story about how you got there, and then finish with a call to action. So I'm talking about the fact that I started my business, sellyourmac.com, 10 years ago, and then I lead into some proof sources saying we're top rated in the industry, and then I talk about a TEDx talk I did, and also the fact that I work with some underprivileged kids donating computers. And then I talk about some things just personal in my life, things that I do. The fact that I'm a philanthropist, a public speaker, a sommelier, just things that people can identify with and respond to. And then I finish with the call to action. Nothing in that profile is actually clickable, but people can obviously easily copy and paste. So make sure it stands out and make sure they have a call to action down there. Tell them what you want them to do. Also, most people need a new profile picture. A lot of them are very plain looking. You want it to pop. If it pops, people will see it more often, and they're way more likely to click on it. This is a free website, PFP Maker. You drop your picture in, and it comes up with all these crazy, fun backgrounds. And you can, for me, I picked blue, and it gave me a lot of different examples of blue. It'll give you like 100 examples for free when you click on it. So it's really cool. Definitely pick something that's going to stand out. You want to be looking at the camera, have your eyes open, have a big smile, be happy and engaging, and people are going to be drawn to that. I also see a lot of people missing cover photos. Get a cover photo in there that's like a billboard. This is a great place to help sell your audience when they're on your profile. The size is really weird. It's very, very wide and not very tall. So you have to find a photo that works, and that is a little difficult. But I recommend things like your team, it could be your company building, something like that that stands out, and then you can add text on top like I did to make it more like a billboard effect. All right, I want to get everyone to stand up and take a quick break. Quick stretch, everyone. You guys are all doing good so far. I love it. All right, did you enjoy the stretch break? Awesome. Your audience enjoys a break too. Give them a mental vacation. They're on a social network for a reason. They might just have a couple minutes between what they're doing at work or they're running around at home. Give them a little bit of a break. They will appreciate it. Things like kindness and inspiration do really well on LinkedIn. And think about content from your audience's point of view. If you're posting stuff that's just about you and not bringing them into the content, it's not going to resonate very well. But if you come at it with more of a we effect, people are really going to appreciate that. This is a quick example of a mental break in the Apple industry. It's a cool video of some Apple glasses. Not real, obviously, but people just enjoy seeing stuff like that, and you can tie that in very well with your work. So these are some questions I get a lot. Should I tag people or should I not tag people? Well, if you tag people and they never engage with your post, it's going to do far worse. But if they engage quickly, your post is going to do a lot better. So if you are tagging people, please send them a message and say, hey, Kurt, I tagged you in my post. Would you please engage with it? That'll help the post out a lot. So example, if you're making a post today and you're tagging someone in the room, send them a message with the link so that it's easy for them to engage. Don't make them go hunt for it. So should you post as your company or on your personal? This gentleman wants to grow his company page. Company page is a great place to have a presence, but it will not grow as fast as your personal page. So I recommend focusing more effort on your personal page, even if you're talking about your company. Should you automate your posts? Absolutely not. LinkedIn knows you're automating your posts, and unfortunately, it's going to make the content not get as many views and traction as it could. So you really want to be posting organically and engaging before you post. Should you use hashtags? Hashtags are a great way to clue your audience into what you're doing, but don't overdo them. 3 to 5 max. Don't make it seem spammy. Just put them on there if it's actually relevant. What type of content should you post? You should post everything. But the best type of content is typically an image or a video. It's just way more interactive and engaging. If it's a text-only post, it doesn't really catch your eye as much. Polls did well for a really long time, and now they're not doing so great, but you could try those as well if you want to gauge your audience reaction on something. And if you have a document from your company, you can post those as PDFs. Those can do well too. But whatever you do, mix it up. So when you're making a post, I recommend taking about 10 to 15 minutes to craft the post, finding the content and creating the copy. Don't overthink it. People don't have a lot of time to read your copy. Honestly, my best posts, they're one sentence. You see that one sentence, you can read it, you don't have to think about, is there a see more, is there 5 paragraphs to read? You see what you get, and that's it. So keep it short. Also, engage on the LinkedIn feed. You want to be engaging before you post. Typically recommend to like about 10 or 20 posts and make about 5 comments. And when you do that, those people that you like their posts on, they're going to see your content at the top of their feed next time they log in. All right, now I have a little bit of a contest. We're going to take 5 minutes to make a post, and the person with the best post at the end of the ITAD Summit is going to win a free coaching session with me for LinkedIn. So feel free to take your phones out. Some ideas to make a post. You could post about this presentation, something you learned so far today. You could post a picture of a colleague that you're here at the conference with. Take a picture of someone else you met in the industry that you want to do business with and tag them. Give them a shout out. It could be a video, it could be a picture, something engaging. And keep the copy short. Like I said, don't overthink it. You can make a post in a couple minutes that can have a massive impact. Some other ideas for a post can be your family. Not a lot of people are posting about their family. I'm very open to doing it. I like to tie it back to business. So having a cool picture of my family with a business message typically does really well. People even post their animals. You can talk about your animals in a way and relate it back to your business. So feel free to post things that might not seem like the average LinkedIn content, because it has a lot of potential. I see some people with their phones out. I like this. So I have a few different businesses. When I'm not doing Sell Your Mac, I do travel around and do some LinkedIn talks with the Vistage group. All right, well, everyone's making their post here. Very exciting. Please tag me in your post. I will jump on and engage after the session, make sure I give you some love, and that'll help out your post too. And send me the link to it so it's really easy for me to jump in there. I'd appreciate that. I'm glad most people here are already connected with me, but if you're not, feel free to send me your request. I am maxed out at 30,000, but I will remove some people so I can connect with you all. So as you guys are making your posts, I'm going to dive into a couple other tips. So personal branding. Be you. Be authentic. If you're posting plain vanilla content and not being unique, you don't have an exciting headline, you don't have a fun profile picture, people aren't going to be clicking on your content. So show yourself in your pictures and videos. Make yourself stand out. And also pick a color or a style that's unique to you and use it every time. Obviously, you can tell I'm in blue. I always show up in blue. And people know me for that. You know, at some of these classrooms we adopt back in Cincinnati, they call me the blue man. They think it's hilarious. And then I show up at conferences, always in the blue suit. The first time I wore the suit at a conference was actually ITAD Summit in Miami, and it took off. People come up, they want to talk to me. It creates a lot of engagement just having a unique outfit on. And make your profile photo pop again. And if you want to create a personal hashtag, it's a great way to kind of be able to click on your personal hashtag and see all the content that you posted in there, kind of like a filing system. You can ask people to follow your personal hashtag, and it's just a great branding tool. So mine's hashtag Brian the Mac Man.
Why did you pick blue?
My company colors are blue, and I love blue. You know, I could never be red or yellow. Those just wouldn't fit me. I'm very comfortable in my blue. Talk a little bit about social selling. I did a $1 million iPad sale on a LinkedIn post about 6 years ago. I literally posted a picture of 29 pallets of iPads. Someone jumped on there and said they wanted to buy them, and we had a deal the next week. So use the opportunity to do social selling. Here's how to do it. Don't sell too hard. You want to post content at the relevant market, and you can sell people below the fold. So this is a little bit different. As I was saying, keep the content short, but now I'm actually recommending the initial part of your content not be salesy, and when someone clicks see more, you can really tell them, you know, what you're doing, what you're trying to sell, or the services you're trying to offer. It's also okay to include an outbound link. You know, link to your website or a page that people can get more information and can buy your product or service. Don't be afraid to do that. It's not going to hurt your content that much. And make your content fun. People are on a social network, they want to have fun. That video I showed you that got 95,000 likes, it has nothing to do with my business, but I got so many business opportunities on it because people saw it and then clicked through. So just anything that people can engage with will drive opportunities, even if it's completely unrelated to your business. Some tips, be consistent. I post daily about 3 times a day the last 4 years. You have to be consistent if you want to create results. Doing it once a week is probably not going to make it happen. The best times are earlier in the morning and later at night. There's just a little bit less content being shared. So for example, you know, between 8 and 9 a.m. and then again between, you know, 9 and 11 p.m. In the middle of the day, there's a lot of people posting content. It's just a little bit overcrowded. Your content can still do well, but you're going to be standing out a little bit more at the beginning and end of the day. And if you're offering a lot of value, you're going to win in the long run. My friend once asked me, Why would you accept connections from people you don't know? My reply was, not long ago, I didn't know you. So keep an open mind. You have to have new connections to continue to grow and build your network. Always comment on relevant posts in your industry. The best way to do this is to use the search bar and search for things that are relevant to you, like Apple, PC, iTad, and also try hashtags. Hashtag iTad, hashtag Apple, hashtag computers, hashtag data destruction. Whatever it might be, use the search bar, go find the content, and start commenting on it. These are people in our industry that you're going to be commenting on. You're going to be seen as a thought leader if you're leading with some value. You're going to be driving people back to your profile because they're seeing your comments. This tip is to send personalized messages in someone's DM. If you leave them a voice note, people have no idea what you're saying, so they have to click on it to learn. If they see just a normal text message, they can know right away whether they want to respond or not. But I get a very high response rate when I leave a voice note, probably over 90%. Above all, keep the content positive. There's no time for negativity on LinkedIn. Don't talk about things that are political, religious, or negative. It's going to drive people away that are following you. So keep it clean. This LinkedIn hack will help send a massive message out to your entire audience. Whenever you change your title or add a new role, make sure there's a little green toggle on that says you want to share it out with your network. And LinkedIn's basically going to send a notification to every single person in your network. This is the only way to do that. It can be as simple from changing my title from CEO to Chief MacMan. That's all it takes to send this massive blast. So have some fun, change your title, and watch how many messages come in. So my question for you all is, what are you going to do differently on LinkedIn tomorrow and going forward? Are you going to start taking action consistently? Or who at your company are you going to put in position and give them the time and potential to grow, create relationships, and sell on LinkedIn? If it's not you, is it your marketing manager, your CMO, your sales leader, someone that's going to be active almost every day? And do you have what it takes to play the long game? Like I said, this took over 4 years of posting every day, multiple times. So if you're not going to put the effort in, you're not going to see the results. It takes a long time to start ramping up. If you want to keep improving and growing, I would love to help you out. I do these talks for different executive groups and different marketing groups. I can certainly come into your company or do any kind of private coaching you guys would like. It's really a pleasure to help people grow on LinkedIn and support them. All right, who's got some great questions out there? I'd love to help out. Yes, sir.
So you mentioned you post like 3-4 times a day. Do you run it? I mean, that kind of blows my mind. Do you get sort of post fatigue? Because I notice like when I'm on Facebook, for instance, which obviously is very different, but like if I post, 3 different days worth of photos from a trip or something, I see a decline in the amount of likes. It's sort of fatigue. Do you get fatigue from these 3 or 4 posts, or?
It's a great question. I think when you're starting to grow your audience, you might have some audience fatigue, but as you get a bigger audience, there'll be less and less of that. So, if you're going to start off, don't push yourself to post 3 times a day. I mean, you could post 3 times a week. It'd be a great start. So yeah, I wouldn't overdo it right out of the gate, and just slowly kind of build it up. And you won't, if you're having engaging content, you won't have that audience fatigue. Throw some tough questions up here. What do you got, sir?
Yeah, you mentioned that there are just people posting personally versus your company. And maybe you can just talk a little bit more about that, around when you decide to post
Sure.
on the company side versus the personal side.
So when you're thinking about engaging on LinkedIn, you see company posts and there's no human necessarily behind it. People are way more adept to interact with a real person than the company page. So that's the reason that the personal content's just going to do better. And from a company side, I like to post, any big company updates, for hiring or any stats we have, anything fun going on at the office. So I usually keep most of that content on the company page, and the personal stuff, I actually don't talk about the company that often. I usually just make posts that people want to engage with, that are fun and kind and inspirational. Any other questions? So who here is going to take action on LinkedIn tomorrow? All right. Half the audience. Got some takers. I love it. Well, anything you guys need on LinkedIn, let me know. I hope you guys made some posts out there and sent me some messages. I'll go jump on and engage, and we'll try to get you to go viral. Thanks, everyone.